You know, they're saying that the cameras inside the 11 Pro and the 11 Pro Max are some of the best on the market right now. I'm interested in comparing the hardware in those against the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Let's do this. Hey, Zach Pack. Welcome back to ZAKtalks Tech. My name is Zach. Let's talk about the tech together. So like I said at the start there, people are already saying we already have camera examples out right now of how great these cameras are in the 11 Pro and the 11 Pro Max. Now I have an 11 Pro coming for myself. I fully intend to take it out, test it, put it up against my Note 10 Plus here. Absolutely love this phone and the camera in it. You guys know I've talked about before. Check out the video up here about the time of flight sensor on here, which I think separates it from a lot of other cameras out there and actually gives out some really great details. So definitely go ahead and check that out. But what I was interested in is having the conversation about the hardware inside both these devices. Now I know there's a lot of differences when it comes to the post-processing and the software, and we're gonna talk about that, but I wanna focus in on the hardware between these two devices, between the Pro and the Pro Max basically from Apple and the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and just see what are the real hardware differences. So to do that, we're going to use a website called GSM Arena. It's a really great resource for creators, for anybody that wants to figure out the specs and the real nitty-gritty details of devices. You can put them up against each other and whatnot. And I've got GSM Arena here, and you guys can see my screen over here. And the nice thing about this website here is that once you bring up your two devices, you can see the Apple iPhone 11 Pro on the left and the Galaxy Note 10 Plus on the right. Now, I should point out that both the 11 Pro and the 11 Pro Max have the same hardware. It's just the Max is a little bit bigger, obviously has a bigger battery, but it's the same hardware. The nice thing about this website is once you bring up your devices on here that you want to compare, you can just hit on the left-hand side here where it says differences, and you can see here how everything that's grayed out, those match each other. Anything that's highlighted is different. So we're gonna scroll down here to main camera, okay? So let's take a look at some of the differences here. Again, we got the Apple iPhone 11 Pro on the left, the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 on the right. So as you can see here for modules, for the wide camera, Apple's coming at 1.8 aperture, and on the right, with the Samsung Galaxy, you can see that they have that variable aperture. They've had this for a couple of years now. It goes between 1.5 and 2.4. I'm gonna have to give the edge or the thumbs up, or I guess the winner in that little category, to Samsung there. But again, we're gonna move on and keep on looking at other features. Next up is gonna be your telephoto lens. And basically, as you guys can see here, it varies between 2.0 with the Apple and 2.1 with the Galaxy. Again, pretty much the same. You know, some other little differences here, but not a lot. And then when it comes to the ultra wide, you can see Apple's at 2.4, 13 millimeter. Samsung comes at 2.2 at 12 millimeter. Again, very, very, very close. Now, video is where the difference is. There's a real big difference here with video. You can see with Apple, they're gonna give you 24, 30, 60 frames per second. With Samsung, you're gonna get 30 or 60, okay? Then when you go to the 1080 there, you're gonna get 30, 60, 122, 40. That's with Apple. Samsung, you're going to get, 30, 60, 240. So you get, you get the 120 there with Apple. You don't get it with Samsung. And on the 720 side, Samsung does have a bit of the edge here at 960 and the HDR10 Plus dual video recording. So there's some differences there, but I would have to give Apple the advantage because of that 24 frames per second. If you want that cinematic look and feel, that is a winner. Then moving on to the selfie camera, you can see there's a 12 megapixel with Apple, a 10 megapixel with the Samsung. Both very close, both at f2.2, 26 millimeter. Apple's isn't listed, but they do have that software tweak. We've seen in some of the videos where it kind of zooms out. So we will have to be touching that. Video, this is on the selfie. The advantage is definitely Apple. You can see this at 24, 30, and 60. Samsung is only giving you 30. Again, you've got the 2K, you got the 1080p, just a lot more options. So it seems like the selfie camera from Apple is really going to be awesome this year. So like I said at the start there, I suspected there weren't a lot of differences with the hardware. I definitely have to give the advantage to Apple when it comes to the selfie stuff. For the rear camera, I'm going to have to give the winner to Samsung. So they both have their advantages and disadvantages. Regardless, you're still going to get a great picture and you're going to get a great piece of video, I promise you. But the difference is going to come in the post-processing, okay? So the software, how how the software takes multiple pictures and processes and puts things together and does its magical thing. That's going to be the difference. If you're an iOS user and you enjoy that interface and you like the way that Apple works, you just like the way it feels, then this is going to be the camera for you, okay? This is going to be the phone for you. If you're a Samsung person, same thing applies. Samsung is going to be one for you. They're both going to have their ups and downs. Again, like I said, I'm really looking forward to trying out the 11 Pro. I got that coming here this Friday. I can't wait to get it. It's going to come down to the post-processing and how these cameras work. But honestly, in this day and age, we're being really nitpicky and everything like that. You're going to get a great photo. That's what you pay for when you get a flagship device. You pay for that easiness to make it easy to take a photo so that you can it's pretty much dummy proof. And that's what I expect out of a flagship device. And that's what you should expect out of a flagship device. And I guarantee you're gonna get that with this. So let me know down in the comments section, are you picking up a new iPhone? Have you already got the Notes or maybe a Galaxy device that you really like? What do you think about the picture quality? I'm gonna leave a link down below for MKBHD. He took some photos today and put them on Twitter. I'm not gonna take those photos and put them here in the video because they're Twitter compressed and they just wouldn't look good. So go check out the link, let them know I sent you, and tell them what you think of the pictures. I think they look phenomenal so far. If this video has helped you guys out at all, please leave a thumbs up. Think about hitting that subscribe button as well. Give me a hashtag ZAKpack down in the comment section. You're part of my ZAKpack, and I'm glad you're here. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Cheers.